Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody, whoops, oops, hold on. I hope everybody had a good night. Thank you for being here. Let me make sure you can hear me. Oops, let me remove my banner. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, seems like you can hear me fine. Queen Diva, Grand Rising, Southern Nobleman, Miami Popo, Miss LA, listening from the clouds. Gotta concentrate. Okay. Fuji Auntie, welcome to you. Bernice, Madison W, and Truth and Reason. Thank you all for being here. Just 1 second. Let me check something. Okay. Thank you all for being here. So, real quickly, if you're not a member, you may want to get a membership to this channel. Membership has its privileges because boy, we had a good time on the membership live yesterday. Lots of laugh. I love here with tears out of my eyes, and yeah, we really had a good time. So, uh, Queen Diva, Queen Diva, you missed your sister in rare form yesterday, and I do mean rare. Your sister did well on the game. She almost won the game. I said in rare form. So don't forget that Ronnie Q has memberships. You can give the memberships to people in the chat over here as well. So just a reminder that there are memberships over here. And anyone who anyone who joins my membership, if you choose to uh, if you choose, I can send you a handmade keychain that I make to as a token of appreciation to my members. So membership has its privileges as well. You know, I try to give back to my members instead of always begging from my members. So good glorious morning. Dang, I missed it. Monday was Monday. I can't believe it either, Queen Diva. And I was just making I was not, I how I give her like a bad time about how she plays the games and stuff. And then who walks in? What I miss. And I was like, you miss me sparring at you. So then she hopped right up and almost won the game. And Miss Toby was like, no, don't let her up. And then Miss Toby was like, don't invite Yaya. And we had such a good time. Such a good time we had. So there's that. Uh, Miss Toby was already up there and she was like, I don't know, a prize fighter or something, swinging elbows, throwing knees and everything, trying to get people slung off the stage. She didn't want any more competition up there because she felt that it would, you know, shorten her chance of being able to win. But Miss Toby was the ultimate winner. So, girl, it was all upside and backwards going on business yesterday. You know, anytime your sister did well and Miss Toby was the winner, God, something must have been going on. So we have fun. Is my point. Okay, so speaking of Miss T Velocity, Miss T Velocity, if you guys haven't gone over to her channel, Miss T Velocity was quite on one yesterday. It was really, really interesting. If you haven't gone over there and checked her out, you may want to go check her out because she had a lot to say about the fakeness over here. And so I mean, she was going in. So if you haven't gone over there and checked out Miss T Velocity, that's someone who you may want to go check out. She went into uh, maybe a lot of people are sick of Lolo hitting every panel to explain. Some of these explanations I didn't even know that Lolo was giving. So yeah, she talked about it. She really went into detail about it, and it was interesting. It was interesting. It was good. Thank you, Bernice. Thank you, Bernice, for becoming a new member. And if you go on the membership community wall, you can contact me by an email if on the community wall where you see the keychains. And if you are interested, you do not have to give me your first name. You can just put a first initial and a last name, and you will not be doxxed. And I can get that keychain out to you. Okay, so Miss T Velocity, what was she? She was talking about how she's kind of sick of the plays because every other day is a different play. And I didn't know that dragons and lemons were now friends after all the ranting and raving, and he's this and he's that, and all of this. And he told me to do a play, and but I didn't want to do it. Talking about he wanted her to do a play, saying that one of her relatives met their demise to and the whole nine. So I'm just like, well, is it really his fault, or is it the fault of the people who hear him admit that he wanted her to do that and still entertain him? So it is what it is. Obviously, that's entertaining things to do over here. Everybody should kill off a fake relative, and you know nothing should nobody should be appalled and okay. So um if it works for that dude, maybe he was telling her how it works for him. I don't know. But the simple fact that they both agreed that that happened gives no one pause. Okay, well, so I can understand. Hey, very Carrie, thank you for being here. I can understand what she's saying. That's all I'm saying. Queen Diva, you have more people uh, propping up their storylines than telling you anything about what's really going on in the world that's going to affect you. You have all these people around here propping up the storyline as if they didn't hear that themselves. So, what does it tell you about the people who are propping up their storylines? Attention at any cost. Let me say something so I can hop on this panel and get attention for myself. So where are there whatever? Who I have no expectations of these people. None. Hello Vito. Black Pearl, Grand Rising. Thank you for being here. Very Carrie. I'm sick of them all, but good background noise while you're working. Yes, thank you. Facts. No one will ever do it better than Mona. That bitch knocked herself off and still got uh, had sitting up on panels and people shutting up to hear her talk. You are nobody did it better. If Mona can rise from the grounds, then anybody can. It's not like you know. No, Mona didn't whack a relative. She whacked her whole self. Is she crazy? Or are the people who entertain her crazy? Mona couldn't tell me nothing after I never entertained Mona after that. And then the resurgence of Mona via Dory. Oh my God. No, 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 no. Uh I could not, but many people entertained them. You got a point. I don't know what I'm complaining about. It is what it is. Kind to me, grand rising to you. Thank you for joining us. Listening in the clouds, that's a good place to be. So, if you didn't, True, the Walking Dead. Uh, she rose, she rose, she rose from the dead. Yeah. So, like I say, I didn't know that they were allegedly friends again. So that took me by surprise. I had no idea that they were, you know, cool again. I don't know. It's just really okay. There's nothing I can say about that because I really don't even care. I mean, what is there to say? Where's the commentary? What is it? I don't know. I you know I guess you got to be a different type of person to struggle your mind to even find a commentary about that fuck shit that they're doing over here and calling it content. Okay, okay, and then trying to ride off of that fuck shit and try to get content out of it as well. I forgot about Mona. I forgot about Mona too. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Keep on living. Hold on one second. Okay. So, and then she got on Lori, and she was asking Lori to hit the link, but strangely enough, that was the one link that Lori didn't hit, and she was saying that she didn't want. I don't remember Lori from a while back. Uh, and Miss T Velocity gave some background of it. If I get it wrong, I'm not trying to get it wrong on purpose. She said that Lori had been through a spell like this where she was like mm, all over the place explaining herself, and she said she didn't. She said she likes Lori, and she just didn't want to see her put herself in that position again because she kind of spiraled. I also remember someone getting up on the panel and telling her, "This is how you used to get." Remember on Bama Girls? I didn't watch Bama Girl a lot. I seen maybe 3 or 4 shows of her, so I wasn't up on the Bama Girl situation. So I could just take the word of the person who hit the panel. And Lolo even agreed with the young lady. So um, I don't know. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. It's just weird. I don't know. So, good morning, good morning, Suki. It's good to see you. Jill's Comfort Zone. Good morning to you. If you guys haven't watched Jill's Comfort Zone's poetry competition, please go over there and check it out. It was really, really good. It was a really good competition. Once again, let me see what else. Okay, so Lolo did not drop down, but I didn't see a lot of videos yesterday. But Miss T Velocity was commenting about how many times Lolo was on a panel on other videos, and a lot of these people just want to ask questions and stuff, but I don't know. It seemed like Miss T Velocity was coming from a different position, but unfortunately, um, Rolo didn't drop down to have the conversation, so we never know where that could have or would have gone. Coco, grand rising to you as well. So, Let me see. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Hmm. Was there something else that happened yesterday that I'm missing? It seems like there was something else that I wanted to talk about. Very Carrie, am I missing something? I didn't see a Pizarro live. I didn't see. Did Pizarro even go live? It seems like I'm missing a live. Good morning, Miss Toby. Am I missing a live? Hmm. If I am, I can't remember it. So, the hood table. I was that yesterday or today that they had that silly country boy up there lying and being a victim. Was that yesterday? Oh, very Carrie. Oh yes, that's what it was. Yes, yes, yes. I okay. Now she took. I didn't hear her say why she took it down. I heard other people say it was because of the music. Even though she's not monetized, allegedly, I don't know. I didn't hear her say it. I heard it from someone else that if you play certain music, they'll actually shut down your show. So I don't know that anybody saw the show get shut down or they saw her in the show, because usually when it's an issue with music, it's because they'll take it down because uh, either they get a copyright strike or they are not going to get monetized, so they take it down. But I also know that sometimes when you're playing music, the whole video will go down in the middle of you doing your video. So did anybody see that happen or what? I know ODS went live. Okay. T Danielle says, "Oh, that all that Rodney stuff took day before yesterday." So, oh yeah. So let's talk about YouTube cameras. Um, YouTube cameras went live a second time after her regular morning live. And good morning, Annie Collins. Thank you for being here. I saw a clip of Ness in a chili pepper costume. Oh, yes, that's what she went as. So, okay, okay, yeah. And that live, I couldn't bear it because it was a whole lot of just over talking, yelling, and screaming, and I couldn't understand one person, one whole sentence from one person. That live was a bit much, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's talk about YouTube cameras. She went live after her regular live, and I had to red ball it, and I was like, "Who is she cussing out?" And I had to go from the beginning, and then I finally realized that she was cussing out dragons. And I was like, "Well, what happened?" And from what YouTube cameras was saying in the live, she said that dragons had dropped down in her chat and called her a bitch. And she was saying, "Don't you come over here dropping down in my stuff, calling you a bitch when I didn't even say anything to you. You let these people do all this type of stuff to you, but you're gonna just drop down in my chat." And I mean, she was hot as fish grease. She was cussing her out back and forth. So And then I heard her say, "And Sassy, don't you come in here with something with this, that, and the other. Glorious morning, sugars." Okay, Deputy Director Voodoo, Grand Rising to you as well, Miss Cruiser, Silky Black. So, and she just said one passing phrase to Sassy, and then she went on to continue to drag dragons. Now, I watched all the way up to the point where Mama Fifi came up, and that's all I saw of it. So then I'm on. What panel was I on with? Oh, okay. Then I learned later that allegedly, uh, Dragons had said something about these pictures that people always talk about YouTube cameras having nude pictures, and allegedly, she said that prior to YouTube cameras coming back and reading her. So I didn't watch Dragons Live. This allegedly happens on Dragons Live before Dragons came back and read her. And then I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense because YouTube cameras didn't say anything about any pictures or anything. She was talking about her coming in her chat calling her a bitch. And so the person was wondering, well, why didn't YouTube cameras address that in her live? And I was like, I don't think she was addressing it. So the person who was talking about it was like, well, YouTube cameras ought to, put that to rest if it's not true. And then I was like, she's already put it to rest, I think. And then somebody else confirmed that yes, YouTube cameras had addressed that. And I was like, well, that's kind of like me putting to rest that I'm not in a wheelchair. I don't have a dead foot. I don't have a black toe. It doesn't matter sometimes when you put stuff to rest because people think that I've had a stroke, all of these lies. So people think that, lying on you is the next best thing. And so how many times do you have to chase a lie and say, no, that's not true? It doesn't matter because people just want the BS to be out there, and I can understand why she is not chasing behind a lie. So she's chasing behind what happened in her chat. So not chasing behind, but she's checking a bitch about what happened in her chat. So that's what happened between YouTube cameras and dragons. Um, and she was telling her, you should build your channel on it, since you're getting momentum. You're not going to always have this momentum, so you really need to try to think about what you're going to do to build your camp, build your channel. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? What do you guys? Nothing. uh is anybody there? Anybody there? Do I need to refresh? That's true, and some people want the truth out because they don't want to be lied on. Okay, I think it depends on how a person chooses to fight. Yeah, so I think that YouTube cameras said that I'm not fighting that fight, and she said it wasn't true. So, what's the fight? What is the fight? So that's all I got from that. Uh, so I'm sitting here with 97 people in the chat, but nobody's saying one word. The chat is still. Okay. So if the chat is still when I'm talking about beef sector stuff, she was new at that time. Okay. She was new at that time. Grand Rising, Miss T Velocity. I told the chat about the Immaculate Conception that you almost won a music channel challenge yesterday. Good morning, Angie. I told the chat that of all people who beat you out, it was Miss Toby. Of all people who beat you out, it was Miss Toby of all people who beat you out. So, 1 second. So, basically, that's all I got. Is there any live that I missed? That's all I know about the YouTube cameras live. You might guys want to go over there and watch YouTube cameras, what she had to say about dragons attacking her. So that's really all that I know about that situation. Miss T Velocity had a good live. Nothing really happened yesterday. Blind leading the blind. You talking about Miss Toby leading Miss T Velocity, the blind leading the blind? I hear listening and working, can't type. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, is this what we're doing? But maybe this is what we're doing, and maybe a lot of people are in their morning routine and all of that, and not so talkative. Miss Toby, I was going to say that. Uh, Nothing really happened, so it's just not me. So I'm like, am I missing something? I almost missed the YouTube cameras thing. I had a blast. And that's what counts. Yes, that's what counts. Miss Toby may have a different opinion of what's counting right about now, but you had a blast. That's what counts. Ain't that right, Miss Toby? Okay. So, so now that no, because I was just saying, like, if you guys are this quiet now, I know how it gets when I start talking about this election and what's coming up with this election. Um, and I was quite perturbed about some stuff that I'm seeing coming up with this election. Okay, so let's get into it. Uh, have you guys seen the new poll song? I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and I really like this song. I'm using this under copyright disclaimer section 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentating, news reporting, and teaching. I'm using this as news reporting. So I want to know: have you guys heard the new poll song? Hey, Miss 313. Yes, I think a lot of people are. I know I have a mod who's usually in their morning routine who's driving. Good morning, Miss 313. I'm going to talk about that. I am definitely going to talk about that. Okay. Deputy Director. Okay. So let me share with you the poll song. Oh, I have not. Okay, so we're gonna hear the poll song. I hope you all sing this uh, or hum this as you may have to stand in line and vote. I just hope you hum this anytime. I just hope you hum this song. This is a good song, so to sing when you're thinking about this election cycle. Let me make sure my volume is on. Okay, okay, so you guys can see it. Okay, here we go. Theme songs to the polls, dance party with Beyonce. So here we go. My volume is off.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala. Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala. Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
Okay, so I'm gonna copy and paste that
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala
for you
is at a
guys
dance party.
who have not seen that. Hey, Indigo. Uh, there you go. You can have it for yourself. You can put it on your playlist. So there it is. Okay, so King's Mina, hello. My fellow Puerto Ricans better show up and vote like they're at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I definitely agree. Cruiser, are you cussing? Are you cussing? I'm self meditating related to this election. I'm gonna get hyped when you talk about the election. Okay, so you about to get hyped then because uh, here we go. So I did the introduction to the election stuff. Now I told you about. I told you guys that a long time ago that I definitely think that they are going to try to not certify this election in precincts, and now okay, let's start here. Let me get past the okay. So who of you saw this? Okay, let me share my screen. I'm using this as part of fair use. So who of you heard this? A secret is not to be shared. Speaker of the House Johnson said. So what is he talking? What secret is he talking about? So here we go.
After the Trump rally at vulgar jokes and hateful comments grabbed headlines after the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden. But it's what the former president refused to say that has a whole lot of people worrying. During his speech, Donald Trump delivered a thinly veiled threat about the Republican-controlled House and the election. Just watch this.
You know, with me, we got to get the congressmen elected and we got to get the senators elected because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
A little.
Okay, he's pointing to the Speaker of the House. I think his name is Mike Johnson. So, what do you guys think this secret is? Who certifies the election? Hey, Ashton, how are you? Okay. Yes, I have that story unlocked as well. So, uh, like I said, I I was thinking, and I was wrong. I'm going to tell you right off, I was wrong. I was like, well, who certifies the elections? Elections. Who certify the elections? The vice president, that is his job. Remember, that was the job that they tried to prevent Mike Pence from doing. That is his only official job duty, is to certify the election. So I was like, well, what if the vice P is actually on the ticket? Are they certifying themselves if they win the elections? Maybe Mike Johnson, since he's next in line of power behind the VP, maybe he is in line for to certify the elections, because she's actually would be certifying herself, and they don't want her to certify herself. But I did some homework, uh, and I did find out that that has been done many times, that a VP can certify their own election. So I was wrong about that. So now, what else could they have in store? Because let's be clear, uh, he has said that he is going to, and he has been given the right from the Supreme Court to, if he want to have Team Seal Sick put out uh, one of his adversaries, that he would have the power to do that under the power of under presidential power. So let's I don't know. So I'm wondering, he also threatened Michelle Obama. He said Michelle Obama was really mean to him, and she really shouldn't have done that. And he could have been nice to her, but but now, like, it's on with Michelle Obama, because Fox News continues to play her speech where she made all of the valid points about his presidency, real valid points. And he also said that Fox News is mean to him too, because they continue to play these ads, and they don't play his ads, but you probably don't want to pay. The last time you were on Fox News telling the morning crew to stop playing the Democrats ads, and then they had to say, hey, you understand that they're paying for these ads. He said, well, I don't like them, and after this, I'm going to have a meeting with Roger Ailes. Like, no, not Roger Ailes. Roger Ailes is dead. What's his name? Uh, the owner of Fox News, Rupert Murdoch. I'm going to have a meeting with Rupert Murdoch. Like, I'm going to the owner of the company, and he's still in the owner of the company. Really, you're having a meeting with Rupert Murdoch, and Fox News is still playing every ad that the Democrats give them. And so recently he was saying that, well, they won't play my stuff. They tell me that I have to change things in my stuff and this, that, and the other, because it's probably some straight up trash that you're trying to get them to play. So let's be clear. Okay, let me show you this. I okay. I'm gonna quit trying to prove everything I said. I'm gonna quit trying to prove everything I said. If you don't believe me, uh, go find something that says something different. I'm just giving you the information. I got enough tabs open here. So I saw that as I was sitting down, opening up my stream. So let's continue. Let's see if there's anything else you guys want to see on this one.
Secret. In a statement earlier today, House Speaker Mike Johnson refused to elaborate, saying only, quote, a secret is not to be shared, and I don't intend to share this one. Well, you're in luck because we have an extraordinary guest. I want to welcome Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi. What an honor to have you here. I want to talk about a lot. I definitely want to talk about the.
Okay, so she basically says that Kamala Harris will do her job, and let's not even worry about what secret that he's talking about because there's nothing that they can do but but certify the election. I don't think so. There was nothing that they could do but certify the election on January 6th, the last time. But they, put things in place. And let's not be coy about this situation. They are absolutely already saying how things are rigged and the election is not fair. They are already sowing that seed. That hate rally that they had in New York City, that they're trying to step away from now and say that it was a comedian's fault. Okay, was it a comedian's fault? Okay, so yes, Rupert. No, she is nasty. A word he calls black women bastard. Wait a minute. Michelle aligned him out for his incompetency. She definitely did. Oh no, girl, what's on your mind? I think that they're going to try to not certify this election. That's what's on my mind. If people have been paying attention, I have been telling you guys this. They have people in all precincts, all across the United States, trying to uh, uh, wipe out swaths of votes. By not certifying them. They have so many cases that are already in the courts about this election right now. So I think it's going to be an effort to not certify it at the federal level as well. And see, these secrets. Let's talk about these secrets that they're hanging on to. So Project 2025 has a immediate implementation of a fourth rail of this that it has not been thoroughly fleshed out. So the first 180 days, starting from the day that the first day of office of the new conservative president. So, but they won't be specific about what is in this first 180 days, nor you notice will they be specific about what's the secret that the Speaker of the House has with the president, who's already telling all of his rabid followers that this election is rigged and you can't trust the election. He's already telling them this. Okay, so let's go on to here. I uh, I told you guys about this the other day about the president of the Heritage Foundation, the think tank that put together and presented Project 2025 as a roadmap for the next conservative governor, was asked to come in to Congress to talk about Project 2025, and he suddenly canceled his. Okay, I'll let you see this. Why why tell you what I'm about to present to you? Let's check this out. Where is that? I see it right here. How come I don't see it under here? Let me see. One second. Oh, there it is.
Marie Perez led a group pushing the same failed policies as Portland.
One second. Okay, I'm using this under the Fair Use Act. So now they have some people have came from the Project 2025. Some people who have came up with different proposals and uh, things that are going to be enacted that are actually in here. So she is questioning them, but the president, you will see, did not show up. So let's see what she has to add to this line of questioning. Ayanna Presley. Okay.
And you are the author of that
Hold
chapter,
on.
correct?
Lead author, yes, there's others.
Hold on.
Yes, you are.
Chair now recognizes Ms. Presley from Massachusetts.
Thank you to our witnesses for being here today. You know, although the subject matter of today's hearing is to be expected, it certainly makes it no less offensive or frightening. My Republican colleagues very often like to quote Dr. King, I don't know, maybe for some faux civil rights credibility or to pervert his words to suit your extremist needs, while working actively to undermine his legislative legacy. Republican attacks on the EOC are part of their broader efforts to weaken civil rights protections. One of their goals plainly laid out in Project 2025, a 1,000-page bucket list of extremist policies. Mr. Berry, Chapter 18 of the Project 2025 manifesto is about the Department of Labor. And you are the author of that chapter, correct?
Lead author, yes, there's others too.
Yes, you are. I believe the American public should know exactly how you and the Republican majority that invited you to testify today want to sabotage the EOC, rewrite the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and push all of us back to an era of Jim Crow racism. I'm shocked that my colleague across the aisle was in disbelief at our characterizations and assertions of racism and discrimination when even former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said the Republican side of the aisle looked like the most restrictive country club in America. We all know that Make America Great Again is about making America white only again. On the first page of Chapter 18, Project 2025 complains about how the Biden administration has been fighting for racial equity. On the next page, it calls for eliminating data collection on race and ethnicity in employment. On the page after that, it calls for rescinding an executive order signed in 1965 that prohibits discrimination in hiring by contractors. Mr. Berry, do these terrible ideas sound familiar?
They're great ideas.
These terrible ideas sound familiar? Of course they do. You came up with them. Mr. Berry, I find it shameful to advance a vision attacking the very policies and agencies that have helped Black Americans secure jobs, earn a living, and provide for our families. This Project 2025 plan is policy violence, plain and simple. Its authors have placed such a large target on the EOC because of the incredible work the EOC is doing today. Last year alone, the agency filed more than 27,000 charges of race-based discrimination. These workers and their families have a pathway to justice, accountability, and healing because of the policies and regulations that Project 2025 is trying to get rid of. Ms. Wiley, how would workers be harmed by Project 2025's commitment to undermining crucial protections that are enforced by EOC and other federal agencies?
Well, essentially, it guts the ability to both be able to have the rights and have enforcement and protection of the rights that we already have, and we've been seeing improvements and advancements when we have been enforcing them. And I'm also deeply concerned with any suggestion that we should not be collecting data or that labor rights, the rights to organize, which has been so important for workers across race, including white men, to ensure that they're getting fair wages and safe working conditions. All of these.
Maria Cantwell will take on anyone.
Yes or no? As a main author of Project 2025, are you aware of this fourth pillar playbook?
Well, to be
Yes or no?
clear, I'm here in my official capacity.
Yes or no?
So I don't want to have any confusion
I'm
on
reclaiming
that.
my time. You are under oath, and I don't want you to filibuster. Yes or no? Are you aware of this fourth pillar playbook?
Again, just so I can be clear, that writing that I did was in my personal capacity after getting the.
Reclaiming my time, I didn't ask you that. Are you aware of the fourth pillar playbook, and can you detail, as you are under oath, what exactly it calls for?
Again, I've not seen this fourth pillar playbook that you're talking about.
Moving on. I find it hard to believe that you don't know the details of this 100. Well, please, you are under oath, and do not waste my or the public's time.
I'm happy to talk about all of the policy ideas that I've talked about. I've talked about them in that context.
I want to talk about the 100-day playbook, the fourth pillar. Can you offer any?
To be clear, it's a 180-day playbook. She just glanced down and looked at it, but it's 180 days. And he wrote it, but he's hemming and hawing about what exactly is in it. Okay, let's continue.
Can you elucidate us to that?
Again,
all right, I'm moving on, sir. You know, this would all be funny if it wasn't so devastating. At a time when the leader of the Republican Party is trying to claim that he has no connection whatsoever to Project 2025, an outright lie, another lie like the one that he spews daily about Haitian Americans in Springfield, Ohio, Again, the leader of the Republican Party is trying to claim that he has no connection whatsoever to Project 2025, an outright lie. Our Republican colleagues have invited 4 of the manifesto's architects to testify today. I'm over here. In a desperate attempt to erase all of the ways that the American public has benefited from the Biden-Harris administration, this committee has instead spotlighted what Project 2025 would offer: chaos and corruption. However, we would be ignoring a critical component of Project 2025 if we did not address the fact that its creators have been secretly peddling a, quote, 100-day playbook, unquote, that contains executive orders and emergency actions to roll out in the first hours of a second Trump presidency. Instead of sharing this plan with the public, an indictment of your dangerous policy plans in and of itself, those behind Project 2025 claim it is too controversial to release. Ms. Guna Sikar.
God, I had made sure. If it's too controversial to release, but they still plan on releasing what it is the first hours of a conservative presidency, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? And they're all out in the open. They're saying all of this racist shit that you heard in. We're going to get to that as well in Madison Square Garden. They're saying all of the and child. Okay, so let's continue. Let me finish this up. That was the author of that, who was hemming and hawing.
Ara, yes or no? As a main author of Project 2025, are you aware of this playbook or quote unquote 4th pillar? And remember, you are under oath.
Yeah, and it's online on the website.
Can you please detail what exactly it calls for?
I think you explained it pretty well. It is a plan of action so that when Republicans and conservatives have another chance at a next administration, there's not lost time, and so that there is a plan ready to go.
Okay, I think you explained it pretty well. And vague, 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 vague. This is what it is. Vague, vague. How can she explain it pretty well when she don't even know what it is? Her question is, what is it? And this bitch said, I think you explained it pretty well. Let's continue.
I don't know if that was specific enough. You are under oath. Can you please detail what exactly it calls for, this 4th pillar? This 180-day playbook, please detail what it calls for.
Again, I'd reiterate what I just said, that I think you summarized it quite well. It includes a plan of action on day one so that
you didn't
Republicans...
say anything, and that's the problem. What is the plan?
So she tells her, well, I think you summarized it quite well. She wasn't asking for her own summary. She wasn't even asking for your summary. She was asking you to detail what it was. But you see, they won't. Do you see this? Okay, let's continue.
Plan of action.
It's to institute a more conservative vision on things. It's to institute a more conservative vision. I think you summarized it quite well. It includes a plan of action on day one so that
you didn't
Republicans...
say anything, and that's the problem. What is the plan of action?
It's to institute a more conservative vision on things that the American people want because they're experiencing all of these hardships caused by the chaos and corruption of the Biden-Harris administration.
Reclaiming my time. I find it hard to believe that you don't know details of the 100-day playbook, but there's one person that definitely knows, Kevin Roberts, the president of the Heritage Foundation, and that is why as co-founder of the Stop Project 2025 Task Force, alongside Representative Jared Huffman and dozens of our colleagues, we sent a letter to Mr. Roberts requesting he testify before Congress and release this 180-day playbook. We sent this letter on August 8th. The next day, he delayed his book launch, went into hiding. Kevin Roberts, what are you so afraid of? I am disappointed, but unsurprised that the authors and leaders of Project 2025 are hiding their 180-day playbook. So today, Congressman Huffman and I are announcing a new fully confidential tip line. Any person can visit huffman.house.gov/tip-line-form to submit any information you have about the secret playbook behind Project 2025. That goes for conservatives with a change of heart, workers at the Heritage Foundation, and our witnesses here today who will perhaps find more courage when the cameras are off. I yield.
5 words
Okay.
you pronounce wrong
I'm
2 years before your
copy
brain
this for
starts
you
shutting
guys
down. Dementia is now known.
so you can have that for yourself. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this so you guys can have this for yourselves. So the next time you hear, and now, Trump is out here saying that him and the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, have a secret, and it seems like he's not the only one who has a secret regarding this election. Let me see what you guys are saying. There's the link. Okay. Um, what's the plan? What's the vision? She knows, but doesn't want to stand. But doesn't want to stand in their shit. How how appropriate to bring the old Hinchcliffe there to the open, I guess. Okay. So good morning, Sandy. I don't know if you guys know all of this. See, this shit is really lost in the shuffle for a lot of stuff. So we know that the January 6th riots happened, and we know that that when they told Donald Trump that they were out there chatting, hang Mike Pence, he said, "So what?" He said, "So what?" That was his response. They have reported when they went to tell him that riot was chatting hang Mike Pence, he said, "So what?" So Mike Pence was his vice president, was on his ticket. So what do you think that they will have to say about this election and people doing what they're supposed to do in this election? See, they're not telling you what they have in store for the first 180 days. Because it's unpopular with the people. Okay. Okay, let me see. 1939 Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden, February 20, 1939. Yeah, they said that that's pretty much what that Trump rally looked like as well. And they said that they even had the stages and everything staged to look that way. Okay, so where else I want to take you? Because hey, straight out of a storyline for content. Uh, I'm giving you guys some information. Did you see that commercial that started to play for dementia? Yes, I saw that commercial. I had it and then I lost it somewhere in the shuffle of all of my stuff. I didn't play it the other week, but I think it was Eric Swalwell was the one who created that Trump going to the old folks home and all the entertainment that they would have there for like puzzles and stuff for him. That was a good commercial. He sure did, and turned his back on Pence. Good morning, Amani. Okay, so let's get. Okay, let me see. Let's get to this. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Okay, let's get to it. So, did you guys watch Abby Phillips last night on CNN? Because we we're gonna get to all the rhetoric that happened in the Trump rally. So this has emboldened somebody to actually go on CNN to have a sit down, a round table on CNN, and I want you to hear what this man actually said out of his mouth. So let's be clear. So we are in there is a whole lot of back and forth about what Benjamin Netanyahu is doing over there in Palestine and in shit Palestine, and he's striking I'm having a brain fart. Uh Hamas, against Hamas. The Hamas leaders in, oh god, I got Libya. I know it's not Libya. It's, you guys know where it is. Oh my god. Okay, so there's a whole big thing. So let's not forget that he attacked many of the Hamas leaders at a certain time. See, they were using beepers. No, now when was the last time you heard people using beepers? So people, you're not asking anybody about their beeper in this day and time. Nobody's asking about beepers because that was the way that a militant operation used to stay off the grid and still be able to communicate with each other with beepers. And what happened at a certain time? Netanyahu blew up all of these beepers, and many of these people in Hamas were killed. Okay, I'm not here or there. I'm just giving you the information of how it happened. But let's see what happened on CNN last night. Okay, with all of this free willing hate speech that's going on, let's see what happened on CNN last night. Can we? Are you guys aware? Are you guys aware of what happened on CNN last night? That's a question. I don't see no answer. I don't know. It's not Israel. Israel is attacking not Libya. They're attacking Iran. Iran. The Hamas leader in Iran. Yes. Okay, let's see what happened on CNN last night. Here it is. Yes, this is it. Okay, I'm using a portion of this under the Fair Use Act. Let me remove. I heard about it. Okay, so let me remove the comments. You're gonna be. I don't know if you're gonna be shocked. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. Okay, let's play this. Let me make sure I don't have it too fast. I don't have it too fast. Let's play.
Right? I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I don't. People will sit there and no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. So I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
He said, "I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it." And this motherfucker said, who did you hear him say he's a supporter of? Let's play what he actually said again. Did you hear him say, "I'm a supporter of the Palestinians," or did you hear him say, "I'm a supporter of Hamas"? What did you hear this man say? Did you hear him say, "I'm a supporter of the Palestinians," who are over 42,000 have been slaughtered because of what happened in Israel, where 1,000 and something people, and they are still starving them out? So he says he's a supporter of those people. Over 1,000 of them were killed this week alone. Have you gotten all of Hezbollah? See, and even if he said okay. What did you hear him say? That's all I'm saying. Okay, what did he say? So we're not gonna confuse the Palestinian people with the people in Iran who they are hunting down. Is that what we're doing now? Okay, let's play this again.
People will sit there and, no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is
Did
that
you just say I should die?
You should not.
No,
Did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. I said, no, I did not say that.
You just said I should be killed. That's exactly what he said, because he said I am a supporter of the Palestinians, and he said, well, I hope your beeper don't go off. See, the beepers didn't have anything to do with what was happening in Gaza. Absolutely nothing. The beepers had something to do with what was happening in Iran, where the beepers were set off on Hezbollah. Now, just because this man said I'm a supporter of the Palestinian people, he thought that it was slick and cool him to say, well, I hope your beeper don't go off, all casual and just hoping. That's exactly what he did. Okay, so let's continue.
Y'all saw what just happened? Huh? I just need to make sure y'all saw what just. Go ahead and run that back. Go ahead and run that back. Kamala's speech.
Would you let a child smoke a cigarette? No. Then why are...
Let me get through this commercial. Hold on 1 second.
Pitch to the American people. Now, here I was minding my own business, making plans for how I'm going to watch and go live for Kamala's speech on Tuesday, her last pitch to the American people, when I get a comment from my man Russell, who says, you need to watch tonight's episode of Abby Phillips' show. You absolutely need to break this down. And I turned it on just in time to see this.
I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
Whoa. Let's back it up a little bit. Give me the context.
All day long, the Trump campaign have been saying, it's a comedian, it's a comedian, it's a comedian. It wasn't just a comedian. Park the comedian and what he said, and you still have Rudy Giuliani, you still have his childhood friend, you still have his donor saying the pimp handlers.
That's right.
Just one of those people 10 years ago.
Oh, yes. If you did not hear all of the people, see, they're trying to say that what happened in Madison Square Garden, oh, that was a comedian. Oh, that was a comedian. Oh, that, but no, it was more than just, and I'm going to show you all of the shit that was said by other people besides this comedian. And every person that came out after that, oh, he's just a comedian, he was making jokes. Nobody was appalled and said anything about what that comedian had said. So let's continue.
Would have ended a Republican campaign. John McCain, Mitt Romney wouldn't have survived one of those people, right? Yeah. And these people there's so many of them. It's classic flooding the zone, Steve Bannon style. We can't even talk about all of them because there's too many of them to get through. In fact, you should give a raise to the producer who had to do that supercut that they had to sit through all of that. You didn't even get through all the clips. There was still Tucker Carlson doing replacement. Don Jr. did replacement. And then Trump himself turned up and talked about invading and occupying our country, which is the language of the far right. He talked about enemy of the people, which is Joseph Goebbels. He talked about the enemy within.
And this is a brilliant point by Mehdi Hassan, because it is so predictable that they would say, hey, it's a comedian, as if there weren't 10, 12, 15, 20 other extremely offensive things that came out of that MSG rally that would have ended literally anybody else's campaign that's ever run for president. That is something that bears repeating.
If you don't want to be called, stop doing.
You've been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table. Yeah. And people will sit there and, no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. That is the response that we get live on CNN.
Did you know there's a comprehensive collection of DIY woodworking?
Let me get through this commercial.
Plans with
Okay, okay. I'm gonna drop the link for this. I don't want to play too much of his stuff, so you get it. So I'm a drop a link. I was just watching that. I was shocked. My husband actually came home, and he's always listening to CNN in the car on his radio, and he came home and he was like hustling to the TV. He said, I got to see what is going on CNN. They are going at it. And then I was like, well, what? The TV was off, so he couldn't rewind it. So I found it on the internet. So, hey, Corio, hey, Hershey's. Some of these Trump supporters, I truly believe, went to Trump University. Okay. Let me see if he gets to. Okay, so long story short, he then says that he didn't think that. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Hezbollah. I didn't know you said you're a supporter of the Palestinians. I thought that you said you were a supporter of Hezbollah. There's no way you can confuse I'm a supporter of the Palestinians with I'm a supporter of Hezbollah. So okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. So they shut him down, and then they went to commercial break. And when they came back from commercial break, they had thrown him off the set. And I think the other dude who he said it to left or something. So they definitely threw him off the set and said that they don't stand for that. So he tried to pretend like he thought the guy said that he was a supporter of Hezbollah, which we clearly heard several times of what he said. So let that sink in. Let that sink in. The people are out here saying that I hope your beeper don't go off because you're saying that you support a majority of women, children, and senior citizens being unalive over a year after this attack that Hamas did in Israel. Let's be clear. And you're going to try to pretend like you thought that he said that he was a supporter of Hezbollah, who is a fringe group that operates out of Iran. Make it make sense. So these people have been emboldened, and they're crazy as a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I gave you the link there for it. Let me see if they. Real quick, I want to see if
step-by-step instructions, detailed drawings, precise blueprints.
Because I didn't see his whole thing. I just saw him talking about it this morning. But let me see. Let me see what else we have.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not.
I apologize.
Are you a racist, violent?
Okay. Here he is with the fake. Oh, I thought you said something else. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
You should not.
No, did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on. Did you just say I should be killed on live TV?
I see. We're going with B. You didn't hear what you just heard. You know, the thing that I said in this sound studio live on air with cameras rolling. Y'all didn't hear that.
Guys, let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
You sound
Would you
that
support
right
now?
Of the Palestinians.
Hamas?
Guys, let me
I said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not.
Oh, of Hamas? You're a supporter of Hamas? Now he's apologizing. How the fuck you thought he said Hamas when he clearly said Palestinians? Oh, no, I didn't wish death on you. Oh, no, I didn't wish death on you that people are not being killed that way in Palestine. No, I didn't. Oh, I thought you said Hamas. Let's rewind this shit just a little bit.
Do what I feel like is the default MAGA thing and lie and tell you that you didn't hear what you just heard. Would he see, actually, which is another favorite of MAGA, deflect and talk about all the harmful rhetoric that he's also heard during the course of this particular show? Or D, maybe knock a drink over at the table and run like Dave Chappelle did when he was playing Obama?
The thing is
Did
that
you just say I should die?
You should not.
No, I
Did
said,
you just say
no,
I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed? On live TV.
I see we're going with B. We're going with B. You didn't hear what you just heard. You know, the thing that I said in this sound studio live on air with cameras rolling. Y'all didn't hear that.
Guys, let me just stop.
You said you hope my people
doesn't go.
Because you sound
Stop
a
that right now.
of the Palestinians.
Hamas.
Guys, let
I
me
said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not.
Palestinians are
Then
not.
I
Are
apologize.
you a
Then I
racist,
apologize.
violent person
Then I
inciting
apologize.
violence against
Ryan,
me?
Ryan, that is completely.
Then I apologize.
Good
That
job,
is
CNN. Let's
completely
have first
out
block
of
say the
pocket.
Muslim guy
You
should
know
be
that.
blown
Then I
up
apologize.
on
Then I
TV.
apologize.
Don't
Then I
say
apologize.
then I
Wow.
apologize. You literally.
I thought you said
accused
Hamas.
him-
I
You didn't think I said
No,
Hamas.
no,
I
you
said I
didn't.
supported
Yes, I did.
Palestinian
Yes, I
rights.
did.
Why? Because when you hear
What's funny
Palestinian,
is
you hear
Rudy
Hamas.
Giuliani said this
No,
yesterday,
because-
so you're a great guest to
Listen,
be here
all
to
right,
defend
I
Rudy
told myself
Giuliani.
give me
a
one-
racist.
Two phenomenal points being raised by Mehdi Hassan.
You know what? And I'm really sick of Abby Phillips being the lemon of CNN. How come you can't get your motherfucking panel in order and everybody's talking all over each other and just saying this derogatory bullshit and you act like you can't even fucking raise your voice or put your motherfucking foot down? The most egregious shit happens on her show and she's with this soft voice and all this bullshit. I must say that.
The blatant lie that so first he lied and said that you didn't hear what you just heard. Second, he lied by saying he thought that Mehdi Hassan had said that he was pro Hamas.
Don't give me your
I
fake
did not say
ignorance.
you should
Guys,
die.
Why did you say
guys,
with my
give me-
beeper?
give me-
though?
what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper? No, you didn't. You said, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
Ryan, stop talking.
At least have the guts to support your racist comment.
Hang on.
So sorry.
Hey, I'm Kevin, and I'm one of the co-founders of IMI.
And why is that fucking chick yelling all over people? Do these people don't know? I'm so sorry. Shut the fuck up, ho. Let's get down to this shit.
Racist comments and trying to tell us how they're not racist. So if he's not going to acknowledge other people's blatant racism, he's certainly not going to acknowledge his own.
And what you just said
Kamala
right
Harris
here,
is a pimp.
apologize, but I will tell you, I don't accept that apology, and you didn't even say it
That's
to
fine.
me.
I didn't say it
That
to
was
you.
disgusting. But I can be offended when you don't even say it
That's-
to me. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I was offended by what he said
Okay.
yesterday. And I'm offended that the former president and potentially future president would allow it and go for 12 hours and not say, I don't care. Because you know what? When Kamala Harris put out statements about switching up opinions, it wasn't good enough for Republicans.
Why are you looking at me?
Now, multiple things can be true here. The first thing I want to say, the point that she made about it doesn't have to be said to me.
Okay, let's go forward. I just want you guys to see the whole thing about this.
You said it.
Why don't you take this back a little bit and let her take the show?
You know what? No, listen.
You're kind of monopolizing
Ashley,
her show.
Y'all saw what just happened?
Why are you looking at me? Why are you addressing some shit that I did? Why don't you let her take over her show? You didn't say that when that motherfucker was telling him you hope his beeper didn't go off. No, you don't want to address what the shit you do.
Huh? I just need to make sure y'all saw what just go ahead and run that back. Go ahead and run that back.
And go for 12 hours and not say, I don't care. Because you know what? When Kamala Harris put out statements about switching up opinions, it wasn't good enough for Republicans.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you said it.
Why don't you take this back a little bit and let her take the show?
You know what? No, listen.
You're kind of monopolizing
Ashley,
her show.
Y'all saw it the same way as I did. That should be Kevin teaching tape. There isn't a clear example.
Okay. I will let you see his commentary. I dropped the link. He does very good commentary on the shit that's in the news.
Joe, wouldn't none of y'all be here?
We have a lot of heated conversations on this show. That is
Let
true.
her take it back.
But one of the things that I do not appreciate is when we cross the line. Okay, I don't appreciate that.
I apologize.
And I appreciate the apology, but I don't want a conditional apology for saying something that is completely. It is not civil
I
in the
misheard
slightest.
what he said.
Okay,
I thought he said Hamas.
There are lines here.
Yeah, I went on CNN and said I support Hamas. What
Listen, we
idiots
gotta-
do you
we
take
gotta-
us for?
Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my.
Okay, so let's go a little further. I just want you to see this segment
a reminder that there is a too far. There's a too far in our politics, and there's a too far at this table. Okay? Let's not let that happen again.
Now, Abby Phillip would come back from break with an additional apology, having removed the offender, but also the offended.
We're back here, and before we get started, I want to just address what happened in the last segment. And first, I want to apologize to Mehdi Hassan for what was said at this table. It was completely unacceptable. When we get this discussion started, you'll see that Ryan is not at the table. There is a line that was crossed there, and it's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to us at this network. We want discussion. We want people who disagree with each other to talk to each other. But when you cross the line of a complete lack of civility, that is not going to happen here on this show. It's a heated time. We're in the middle of a political season. We are 8 days from a presidential election. But we can have conversations about what is happening in this country without resorting to the lowest of the lowest kind of discourse. Want to address that, and I want to apologize to the viewers at home because we want to be able to hear each other, we want to be able to talk to each other, and we plan to do that in this next segment.
CNN would release a statement.
Okay, I'm pause it right here. There's zero room for racism.
While I will not object to that decision,
to talk to each other.
Okay. So there is zero room for racism or bigotry at CNN or on our air. We aim to foster thoughtful conversations and debate, including between people who profoundly disagree with each other in order to explore important issues and promote mutual understanding. But we will not allow guests to be demeaned for the be demeaned or for the line of civility to be crossed. Ryan Grudisky will not be welcome back on our network. So they did not say why Mehdi left, the one who he spewed that hatred at. But the whole my whole point is that these people have been emboldened that they can say anything to other people who they disagree with impunity, that he actually sat there, and then they can turn around and say you didn't see what your lying ears didn't hear what you just said. Now this is about Israel and the Israel conflict. So what do you think they're going to do about this election? What do you think their secret is for this election? That I can say whatever I want to. I can do whatever I want to. Okay, so that's my whole point. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me see. Okay, so they're talking about the more finger pointing about what happened at that Klan rally that Trump had the other day. So here's the link, and you're welcome to peruse this segment. Okay, so I'm gonna end that segment right there. So I want you to hear exactly what they were saying. Let me see. I want you to hear exactly what was said at that rally. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put the fair use banner up. So it was just not this comedian. They want you to believe that, oh, it was just a comedian who said this and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Babs. Hey, everyone who came in. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to have to keep the banner up for this one. But I just really want you to hear all of the shit. You heard them call her a pimp trader or something. Let's hear all of the stuff that you guys, a lot of you guys don't watch the Trump rallies. A lot of you guys probably just saw, oh, it was just a comedian. Oh, it was a comedian. And a lot of you guys probably just heard that bullshit. Let's hear exactly a lot of the other rhetoric that came out of this this fucking farce. Okay, let's listen. Is this the one? Yes, this is the one. Okay. I had to make sure I had the right one.
For star power will now end up hurting his campaign. Sources tell CNN that Trump and his inner circle, they are concerned that voters didn't hear a closing message. You've probably seen the headlines about this comic who made the joke about Puerto Rico, among other things. But it wasn't just this one comic. As many people took that stage, they all were saying vile, reprehensible, sexist, racist things. Just listen.
He is the devil, whoever screamed that out. She is the Antichrist. She's a fake, a fraud. She's a pretender. Her and her pimp handlers will destroy our country.
Everyone knows she is a very low IQ individual.
She's just so impressive. As the first Samoan Malaysian low IQ former California prosecutor ever to be elected president.
When I hear Kamala speak, it sounds like a script from Hollywood with a really, really bad actress.
Listen who's talking.
Was built on hard work, added value, and talent, not on equal outcome.
Okay. This country was built on hard work, something, something, and something, something, not on equal outcome. So you black people can build this country. We can experience lifelong generational wealth off the wealth that you built this country into. But it's not built on equal outcome. Do you know who this is? Do you know who this is saying this? I need some answers. Because I can't share the screen on this. I have dropped the link, but do you know who the fuck this is saying this? I'm waiting on you guys to catch up. That was Dr. Phil. That was Dr. Phil. Oh, a person who came to prominence in money and wealth off the back of Oprah Winfrey. Let's see what else Dr. Phil has to add to his comment. I'm gonna go back a little bit. So you heard the idiot. All the other idiots. Okay, Hulk Hogan.
Bad actress. This country.
Now you would know the script of a bad movie because that's the only thing you've been in, and then you harking like you're spitting on the floor, and you're spitting on yourself. But here's Dr. Phil.
It was built on hard work, added value, and talent, not on equal outcome, not on DEI. This country was built on hard work.
These Latinos, they love making babies.
Okay, here's the comedian again.
There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
The illegals, they get whatever they want, don't they?
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Now, that's the only thing that they were offended on. That was the only thing that they were offended about. Now let's listen to Stephen Miller, the architect of separating children from their parents and all of this. Just blowhard racist. As you can see, they all are. Let's continue.
America is for Americans and Americans only.
Cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? We had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, so he said, just settle your affairs, Palestinian, and best out of 3, rock, paper, scissors.
You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time.
Okay, so now you heard that joke. You heard that joke about the Palestinians. And then the very next night, you hear this dude tell that guy who said he support Palestinian that he hope his beeper don't go off. So is there no connection to the rhetoric and to the shit that people will do behind rhetoric? Let's be clear. And you hear all the MAGA people laughing. Do you hear the laughter? That was funny.
You also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper.
The Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years.
Now this is Rudy Giuliani. Why is he even there? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go.
You also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper.
The Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. And Harris wants to bring them to you.
So now Harris wants to bring the Palestinians to us. Where is this coming from? When have you heard anything about wanting to bring the Palestinian refugees to America? But it doesn't matter. Just put the bullshit out here, and then the next night you see what you get on national TV. Okay, let's continue.
They may have good people. I'm sorry, I don't take a risk with people that are taught to kill Americans at 2.
She is some sick bastard, that Hillary Clinton, huh? What a sick son of a bitch. The whole party, a bunch of degenerates, low-lives, fuel haters.
They tried to put him in federal prison, and when that didn't work, they...
Now, this is his VP pick right here. They tried to put him in federal prison, and when that didn't work, what happened?
Even tried to kill him. They tried everything else, and now they're trying...
And when that didn't work, they even tried to unalive him. So I thought that it was Republican fanatics who both of these people who the one who actually took a shot at him and the one who was waiting on him at the golf course. But now J.D. Vance, who had previously said that Trump was too Hitler-like, he was like another Hitler. Now he has changed the whole program that they tried to put him in jail, and when that didn't work, they tried to unalive him. He's talking about Democrats. Did Democrats do that? So now these are the lies and the vitriol that they are pumping their people up with. Okay, let's continue.
Kill him. They even tried to take his life with not one, but 2 assassination attempts.
That was a lot. Joining us in our 5th seat is journalist Linda Lopez. Linda, I'll start with you. I mean, just to be clear, for the people who want to say that this is just about people not taking a bad joke, I mean, that was 2.5 minutes almost of really vile stuff coming from a presidential candidate almost a week before an election.
You know, it's one of the things that we can say right away is that this is nothing new, right? We've all seen the Trump rallies in the past. We know the rhetoric that's been coming out of Trump and the Trump campaign. There's a lot of this that is not new, but I really noted something last night that one thing did feel new, and it's that after the comments about Puerto Rico being a floating island garbage, about Latinos and how crude and vile those comments got, the backlash that seemed to come almost immediately within the community, it felt instantaneous. And it felt...
Okay, so I'm going to give you the link to this. This is that full segment of what happened on CNN last night. This is how Abby Phillips' whole show went. So I'm going to drop that here. I'm going to drop that for you here. Okay, Shady Bonnet. I don't see how anyone could vote for a racist Trump who supports the KKK agenda. Trump is telling America in its face that he is going to run America like Hitler and Germany. And you still have idiots out here talking about they're undecided. You still have black men. I played the black men yesterday in the barbershop. You still have black men and women, talking about they are voting for Trump. That is your choice, but I'm just giving you the information that's clearly out here that people are ignoring. Shady Bonnet, I don't know if you were in here when I played the clip from when Trump said that him and the Speaker of the House have a secret, and when the Speaker of the House was asked about his secret, he said, "It's a secret. I'm not telling." And then I played a clip from where the the architects of Project 2025 were asked about what is this fourth pier that you guys have in store for the first 180 days, and they all was stuttering over themselves and refused to say what well, it's to put the Republican agenda in place immediately after he's inaugurated and all, but they would not be specific. They will not tell you what they have in store for the first 180 days. And now Trump is out here talking about his secret. And now we have speculation about if they are even, if Harris win the election, will they even certify the election? But it is her job to certify the election. But the Supreme Court has already told, and let's be clear, before the before in when Trump won the election against Hillary Clinton, who had more of the popular vote, Trump came out and claimed and said that he won and went to bed. It was 2 days later before they got all of the actual election votes tallied. So he came out on the stage and thanked the people and said he won, and that's what it was. Let's not forget that North Carolina had a I think it was a congressman or a senator that came out and said that they ought to just go on and give Trump all of North Carolina's electoral votes 2-3 days ago. We should just go on and just give him our electoral votes. Let's not forget, North Carolina is a state that they are closely watching to see if he is even going to win. But why even bother to vote or even bother to win if you got a motherfucker who said that we ought to just go on and give him our electoral votes right now, even before election day? Did you guys hear about that? Did anybody hear about that? Or are the intelligent people sitting up here bemoaning and going on about if lemon and dragons are really cool again? Is this what you're hearing from the intelligent people in the beef sector? Is this what we're hearing from the intelligent people in the beef sector when they want to talk about what happened on YouTube cameras? Well, I just want to get to the part where she brought my name up. I was so shocked that she brought my name up. I'm going to wait until it's about me. I'm going to wait till she said one little sentence about me. And I'm sitting up on a link to talk about what YouTube cameras had to say about me when her dragging somebody who wasn't even me. She said a side note about me. So here, I need to sit up on a panel and make a situation that ain't even about me about me. Is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? Talking about, oh, well, I worked on the DNC conference, but the best this dumb bitch got to talk about is YouTube cameras saying her name in passing. Is this what we doing? I ain't got time for this bullshit. I don't have time for this bullshit. Okay. After all of that fighting our ancestors went through for freedom, and we have black folks voting for Trump for promises of a one-time small stimulus check. No, we have black folks trying to be these special unicorn Negroes. I'm not like the rest of you Negroes. See, that's what it is. These motherfucking Negroes who think that they are obsolete. They are things don't apply to them because I'm not a typical Negro like you are. See, I'm a unicorn. See, I'm special. I'm the special Negro who's going to get special treatment. And then show that they are the ones who are truly the trashiest of the trash. Very few people who are intelligent in there are very few people who are intelligent in the beef sector. I get you. The only reason MU supports Trump is because her white baby daddy is MAGA and is her money cow. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay. Let me see. Now, we know how fixated he is on his crowd size and all of this stuff. So they said that he is in a whole tizzy about being about people showing his people walking out of his rallies in the middle of him speaking, all the empty seats in his rally as he's speaking. So let me present this thing right here. Now the name of this is, oh my God, Kamala neuters Trump at 2 massive rallies. So and okay, let me one thing at a time. Okay. Okay, here we go.
That's called aura right there, as the kids would say. That's called. That's called aura right there, as the kids would say. That's called energy. That's Vice President Kamala Harris's rally in Philly, which was headlined by former President Barack Obama. Should I show you what was going down in Michigan, where Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz spoke? Take a look at the energy in Michigan. We're talking here 22,000 strong. More people in Michigan than attended Donald Trump's event in Madison Square Garden. Here, watch this. Absolutely massive turnout right there. By the way, here's the headline on Drudge Report. It's a photo of Donald Trump as a mental institution. They're eating the Puerto Ricans. The Kamala Harris campaign posted the following as well. The Trump campaign's anti-Puerto Rico rhetoric is not going over well with them on TikTok. And it's all these people who were saying, I was undecided, or I was thinking about voting for Trump. Now I'm supporting Vice President Kamala Harris. By the way, compare the energy and aura in Vice President Kamala Harris's rally, the one in Michigan, the simultaneous one in Pennsylvania. Compare that to what Donald Trump was doing in Atlanta, Georgia, as people were leaving this speech. It's like half empty. Watch this.
And importantly, at taxpayer expense, by the way. She lied about working at McDonald's. She never worked at McDonald's. On top of all this, in conclusion, take a look. She wants to turn our military woke. I don't think that's happening. Go ahead.
Can I show you, by the way, the lines for Vice President Kamala Harris's speech in Michigan? Take a look just at the lines right here.
Okay, so at this point, I have been walking for 30 minutes at a very, very brisk pace. And I still, here we are. I think I'm finally getting to the end of the line here. It is going a very long way. Okay, we're at the end. Fine. 30 minutes of walking briskly. I don't know how many meters or part of a mile, that is.
Okay, and let's take a look at the speech itself. Here's Vice President Kamala Harris.
Be clear, we are all here because we are fighting for a democracy and for the right of people to be heard and seen. We're not about the enemy within. We know we are all in this together. That's what we are fighting for. And my whole career,
Here was Governor Walz at that speech.
Why I'll never use lotion on crepey skin.
Hold on.
When I tell my patients to
sitting on the porch and you're rocking in that chair and your grandchildren asked you, what did you do in 2024 to save this democracy? And you're going to be able to tell them every damn thing you could. Every damn thing you could. So Michigan, let's put that in terms you know. We'll tell them this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So I dropped the link for that if you want to check out that. And let's see the most egregious stuff that is going on to suppress your vote. They are going to try to, in my opinion, not certify a lot of these local, these state votes. And before you can even vote, this is what's going on in Portland and Washington. Let's okay, here we go. I'm just giving you information. This is what I'm here to do, give you information on something that may affect you and how you live your life, not the bullshit that's going on in YouTube and try to be proficient in fuck shit and plays and lies. If you're proficient in the fuck shit, in the plays and the lies, does that make you a fuck bitch or a fuck nigga and running plays and lies for attention as well? I'm curious. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So what's going on? What's really going to affect you and how you live your life?
Police in Oregon have released new photos of a suspect's vehicle in connection with a fire at a ballot box in southern Portland. Authorities say 3 ballots were damaged in Portland, while hundreds were damaged in a separate but connected fire on a ballot box nearby in Washington state. Police believe both cases are linked to a third Washington incident from earlier this month.
We don't know the motive behind these acts. It sounds like a series of 3 at this point. But we do know that acts like this are targeted and they're intentional.
The investigation comes as federal officials raise new concerns about political violence as millions of Americans head to the polls to vote early. CBS News Homeland Security and Justice reporter Nicole Skenga is covering the latest.
The Department of Homeland Security is warning that threat actors are likely to leverage claims of election fraud to drive violence before and after Election Day, and that a contested or close election is likely to heighten the U.S. threat environment. The bulletin published today.
Okay, are you guys clear on that? Did you hear that? Let's rewind this. So people are acting like, oh, it was just a comedian. Oh, he doesn't mean it. Oh, those people who said that he admired Hitler. They were just people who were mad that they got fired. And then they come back out and say, well, every Democrat is calling him Hitler. No, every Democrat is not. This is their argument. And what about you guys? All of you guys are doing is just coming out calling him Hitler just because you're reporting on what his own general said. But then now all of a sudden you're supposed to be the bad person, and everybody's called. Every Democrat came out. No, every Democrat came out and talked about the facts that were presented by his own general. But so so now all of their supporters are saying, what about you guys? You guys are doing this. You guys came out. No, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. So let's hear what Homeland Security has to say about all of this all of these lies and all of this rhetoric? What does Homeland Security have to say about this? Fuck the bullshit. What is the real shit?
Tested or close election is likely to heighten after election day, and that it can violence before and after average claims of election threat actors are likely to leverage.
Okay, here we go.
The Department of Homeland Security is warning that threat actors are likely to leverage claims of election fraud to drive violence before and after Election Day, and that a contested or close election is likely to heighten the U.S. threat environment. The bulletin, published today by DHS's Office of Intelligence and Analysis and obtained by CBS News, assesses that individuals are using online forums used by domestic violent extremists to post threats of violence toward election officials or infrastructure. The bulletin reads in part that many of these online posts are promoting historical narratives about election fraud linked to the use of mail-in ballots or electronic voting machines. And investigators assess that some individuals motivated by that narrative have stated their intent online to intimidate voters or election staff through surveillance of election infrastructure or personnel, including by armed individuals. Now, investigators here also finding some individuals online are now calling for the sabotage of ballot drop boxes, circulating methods on forums typically used by these domestic violent extremists. This after the FBI announced today that they're investigating fires that were deliberately set this morning in drop boxes, ballot drop boxes in Washington state and Oregon. And just last week, Phoenix police arrested a 35-year-old man for allegedly setting fire to a mailbox there, damaging 5 ballots. But the Maricopa County recorder tells CBS News those voters were contacted, and some good news, their votes will be counted.
Okay, so I dropped the link to that report. I dropped the link to that news report. So you see that they're going to try to intimidate voters. Some people even armed. So you're going to vote, and you have an agitator up there with a gun on his hip, in one of these Yoko states like Indiana, where they don't even have to have a permit to have a gun on their hip, or Florida, or where else? Is it Mississippi? I think Mississippi is one too. So I'm just giving you the information that I have been, quite frankly, I find that a lot of people don't know this information. A lot of people aren't talking about this. Why is nobody talking about this threat that the actual news have put out about this election? Have you heard much about that? Hmm. Okay. So that's all I got for you guys. Um, mm, let me see. One more thing. I may have one more thing. I 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna drop this for you too. You may be interested in this. This is Reese Waters, another video that he did about uh, the enemy within statements that Trump made, and also that rally in excuse me, Madison Square Garden, uh, uh, Texas, and I think it's Mississippi too. Thank you, Fran. So I'm just trying to give you guys some information that you may not have heard. So if you are late to this live, I dropped the links to the things that I was talking about, because this me and the me and Mike Johnson have a secret, and this Project 2025 having a secret as well about the first 80 days of a new conservative presidency, and the Supreme Court also ruling that even if whatever the president do, as long as it's under his presidential powers, he has the right to do it. So, knowing the fact that Trump had a history when he was running against Hillary, he came out and proclaimed that he had won the elections before even all of the ballots were counted. Let's pay attention to some real shit that's going on. Okay, so okay, I would be remiss if I tell. You guys don't know about all these people who have been stocking out up on uh, things. Uh, these doomsday people who have been stocking up on supplies of things for their pow pows and all of this type of stuff. So while we're sitting on here being dummies, while we're sitting on here talking about bullshit, do you know that there are times where you can't go to the store and buy only one or two boxes of pow pow insertions and per day? Do you understand that you have people shopping from state to state to state to state to make sure they have enough inserts for their pow pows? Do you even know how many insertions that you can get for your pow pow to protect yourself, or are you just hoping that you're just gonna tuck away and hope that somebody's live so you could talk about it? And while all of this real shit is going on in the world, I'm just saying, I'm just asking, are you ready? Because other people have been ready. Stay ready. But what you gonna do? Okay, so it won't be Johnson to make. No, it won't. It would be him to help carry out the decision. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I thank you guys for uh, you're welcome, Miss T Velocity. Hey, Candy Cane. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I'm going to drop the link. I didn't even drop the link to invite anybody up. It's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. So, from a state saying that they should just give him their electoral votes even before the voting day and all this type of stuff. So if North Carolina just want to give him their electors, do you think that there are more people who just think that they ought to give him the presidency as well? Think, people. Think. Okay, if anybody want to hit the link, you are more than welcome to do so at this time. You can disagree with me, but I'm just giving you information from different areas. You can't get all your information from the same place. I'm just giving you information that has sparked curiosity in me. I just hope that you guys don't do like some people are doing. It don't. Excuse me. It doesn't matter, and all of this. They're setting election boxes on fire. You don't think it matters? Do you really not think it matters? Okay. So nobody's gonna hit the link. I thank you guys for being here. You can $ me Ronnie Hugh because this video is definitely not going to be in the green. I'm already telling you this. If you want to support the channel, I am just flabbergasted at this point. How fucking elite Negroes is telling you how bad the poll looks for her, to discourage you, to do the man's bidding, to make you feel like, oh, well, if it looks that bad, I'm not going to even bother because what's the point? The point is, I just told you all the points. See, but what the unicorn Negro is not doing is elaborating on any sound information about if you don't go vote, what you could be in store for. See, it's not coming from Ronnie Q. It's coming right from their own mouths. So let's be clear. Hope you guys have a great day. I may see you on the YouTube streets. I may not. But I just really hope you guys have a great day. Check out some of my links. I have linked you to people who do good commentary. That Reese Waters, he does great commentary. If you are so inclined, please subscribe to him. I asked him if I could use some of his stuff. He has allowed me for now because he didn't, got over 200,000 followers, so he's rising up. That was the black guy with the glasses. He has a comedy background, and so his commentary is really, really good on the stories that he covers. So if you want to join the membership, I will send you out a keychain made by me, handmade by me for you to show you that I appreciate my members. And we had a great membership live yesterday, and we had fun. And I'm telling you, I really had tears coming out of my eyes. So in closing, I'm going to just remind you, this is what the New York Times had to say about that Klan rally. Trump hints at little secret with House Republicans setting off a panic. And Newsweek reported Donald Trump teases little secret he has with GOP-controlled House. So keep that in mind as you go about your day. If you run into people who may think that they say that they are not voting, it doesn't matter, and all of this stuff. So I'm just trying to keep you guys informed because it seems like nobody else is in the beef sector. So there's that. So I think Jay Wilson does some cursory. Oh, y'all go out and vote your interests. Go out and vote your interests. Go out. I ain't telling you who to vote for, but you ain't telling me why not to vote for nobody either. Okay, so that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, I'm doing what I can do. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I do not want to go on a tangent. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and make sure you guys go out and vote. All right. Early voting has broken all records. Allegedly, there are over 40 million people who have already voted early. I remember Miss Toby asked me why I didn't vote early, and I told Miss Toby because I don't trust it. I do not trust voting early. So these voting that's just me. You can go into some of you guys can go into your actual precinct and put it in on the inside and not put it in a drop box. Your vote is very valuable, so go out and vote, people. Do your part. Thank you for being here. God bless you, and I hope you all have a great day. I'm out of here. That's it for me. Keep your head to the sky. All right, I'm out of here. Bye bye.